$1.1 billion. A number straight out of an Austin Powers film. This is what Mercedes F1 team principal Toto Wolff is worth. But how did it happen? Well, I'm glad you asked. But to answer that question, we have to go all the way back to the beginning. Toto, born Torger Christian Wolff on January 12, 1972, in Vienna, Austria, was raised by a Polish Jewish mother and a Romanian father. Toto's early life was hard, and while yes, his family scraped up enough money for him and his sister to attend a prestigious private French school in Vienna, this did not last forever, as when Toto was 8 years old, his father Sven was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer. This put a large strain on the family, both emotionally and financially. With only one income for the household, Toto and his sister were forced to leave their school and friends behind, as the small family could no longer afford the prestige of private school. When asked in an interview what made him so hungry for success, Toto cited a story from his childhood. When he was 12 years old, he was asked by school staff to pack up his things and leave with his sister, as their tuition was not being paid. Toto stated when on the tram home he had to explain to his 9-year-old sister why she could not be at school with her friends. He went on to state that high-performance individuals are bred from extreme humiliation or disappointment, and for him, this experience was both humiliating and disappointing. Toto's mother, Joanna, a woman who, according to Toto, was often elsewhere or living her own life, and not a naturally made mom, was often not present due to the long working hours trying to provide for her children and keep a roof above the family. While his father passed on, Toto and his sister were forced to grow up very quickly. Sometime later, at the age of 17, Toto fell in love with motorsport after visiting his friend and later teammate Philipp Peter, who at the time was competing at the Nürburgring in the 1989 German Formula 3 Championship. After returning home, Toto decided to sell his road car and purchase a Seat Ibiza, a naturally aspirated 3.6-liter hatchback with 40 horsepower, to compete in the local Seat Ibiza Cup. After an unsuccessful campaign, Toto scraped up enough money to enroll in the Walter Lechner Racing School, and after a few years of racing school and working as an instructor, Toto secured sponsorship and competed in both the German and Austrian Formula 4 championships from 1992 to 1994. It was here where he fought for wins against drivers such as Alex Wirtz and Nick Heidfeld. He even won the 24 Hours of the Nürburgring in his category. Toto's Formula 4 campaign ended abruptly when his main sponsor pulled their funding after the Senna and Wendlinger crashes of 1994 in Formula 1, stating that he didn't want to make any more visits to the hospital. Toto's sponsor also sponsored Wendlinger at the time. Following his unexpected exit from motorsport, Toto enrolled in the Vienna University School of Economics and Business. It was here where Toto was presented with an opportunity to intern for an investment bank in Warsaw, Poland. He then dropped out to pursue a 4-year stint in investment banking and contracting work. In 1998, during the dot-com bubble, Toto took a sabbatical to San Francisco and began investing in tech startups with money he had saved from his banking job. After some successful investments, he used his newly gained capital to found and develop March 15, an investment firm he used to acquire European startups such as Austrian software developer UCP, worth $20 million at the time. Toto and March 15 later sold the tech startup for a whopping 275 million euros. March 15 grew so rapidly that Toto founded March 16, which he used in tandem with March 15 to invest in medium-sized industrial companies. In 2002, Toto took back to the paddock with his newfound wealth to give young drivers what he never had, investment and advice. Together with two-time Formula 1 World Champion Mika Häkkinen, he became involved in managing and supporting young racing talents such as Valtteri Bottas. In 2002, Toto also returned to racing in his own right, where he competed in various motorsport championships up until 2013. These include, but are not limited to, the Italian GT Championship, the FIA GT Championship, where he won the 24 Hours of Dubai, and the Austrian Rally Championship, where he finished second place. He even became a world record holder at the Nürburgring in 2009 while setting a lap time of 7 minutes and 3 seconds on his first lap in a Porsche 911 RSR, which at the time was 4 seconds faster than the previous record. However, he did crash the following lap, attempting a sub 7-minute time around the Nordschleife, resulting in severe nerve damage, which saw him being unable to smell or taste for 6 months. In 2006, whilst competing in the FIA GT World Championship, he purchased a 49% stake of HWA Racing from Hans Werner Offert, known for his involvement with engineering Mercedes race cars, as well as being the A in AMG. The company was responsible for developing and racing Mercedes-Benz cars in DTM, the German Touring Car Championship, as well as developing Mercedes-powered Formula 3 engines. In 2007, he used his previous investment knowledge to help float the company on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. This dabbling in motorsport investment led him to purchasing a 15% stake in the Williams F1 racing team in 2009 from founder Frank Williams and assuming a role on the board of directors. Later, in 2012, Toto was named Williams team principal, where he led the team to 1 pole position and 1 race victory/podium. In 2006, again while competing in the FIA GT World Championship, he met his now wife, Susie Wolff, who he has been married to since 2011. In 2006, Susie was a rising star in both DTM and Formula Renault, and was later the Williams Formula 1 test and reserve driver from 2012 to 2015, where she took part in multiple practice sessions where she posted competitive lap times. Since her motorsport days, Susie gave birth to Toto's son, Jack Wolff, in April of 2017 in Monaco, where the family now resides. After winning the 2012 Spanish Grand Prix with Williams and Pastor Maldonado, Wolff later received a life-changing phone call from Wolfgang Bernhard, a chairperson on the board of Daimler, the parent company of the Mercedes brand. They were asking for him to consult on the young Mercedes F1 team and explain to them why the team was underperforming. Toto agreed and gave a presentation to then CEO of Daimler, Dieter Zettisch, telling the executive that the Formula 1 team needed a larger engineering budget in order to succeed. Shortly after his presentation, the Daimler executive board offered him a partnership opportunity where he would co-own and champion their Formula 1 efforts as CEO and executive director of then Mercedes-AMG Petronas GT team. Wolff agreed and purchased a 30% stake in the young Brackley-based team for $38 million. Now, 8 constructors' titles, 7 drivers' championships, 116 race wins, 128 pole positions, and 263 podiums later, and Wolff is the most successful and wealthiest team principal ever. His 33% stake in Mercedes, as of 2019 when he purchased a third of the outstanding shares from the estate of Niki Lauda, is reportedly worth north of some $335 million. This paired with his $26 million salary, plus $200,000 in bonuses per podium, and $10 million championship winning bonus, which he has collected 8 times, as well as other personal investments and assets, such as 1% of the Aston Martin Cognizant F1 team, which is roughly $30 million, as well as multiple properties and vehicles, put his net worth at a reported $1.1 billion valuation. At 51 years of age, Wolff is one of, if not the most, inspiring individual in Formula 1. His rags to riches story is one of trials, tribulations, and success. A takeaway any one of us can take from him is that his uncompromising attitude and his attention to detail have led him to succeed in both motorsport and in business. In my eyes, and in the eyes of many others, he will most definitely go down as one of the greats of Formula 1. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe, as seriously every bit of support goes a long way here. And if you watch this video to the end, then you might be interested in my 2023 mid-season Drivers' Championship predictions linked on the screen now. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day.